We've never seen this on a basketball court, so I was like, is this real? Angel Reese just gave one of the most embarrassing performances of her career. It wasn't just about the numbers, it was about how she completely collapsed on the court, from reckless play to needless roughness. Reese put on a class performance that left everyone in disbelief. Devier Sir, on the other hand, did some pretty interesting things on the court. And after, if you're looking for a masterclass in how to humble a trash talker, stay put because we're breaking down every hilarious moment that exposed Angel Reese for what she really is. A player more focused on theatrics than actual basketball. And trust me, the numbers alone tell the whole story. Napheesa Collier had some real words directed at Reese after she hit the game-winning shot. But the best part is that Napheesa Collier had had enough of Reese's antics and made sure to teach her a lesson in the most effective manner possible. Angel Reese came into this game with her typical arrogance, acting as though she was prepared to take over. But it quickly became painfully clear that she was more interested in showboating than actually helping her team win. Instead of playing smart, she spent the game trying to intimidate her opponents by making poor decisions and throwing reckless passes. After she hits the ball, she will yell at Angel Reese to shoot Tig Smith, who is matched up by Gray to the ball. Look at her. She's talking crazy. Queen Angel Reese was on Napheesa Collier, giving her a lot of annoying bumps. Let's talk about the numbers because they're absolutely hilarious. Reese threw the ball straight into the backboard 7 times. 7 turnovers. These weren't just small mistakes either. We're talking about some of the most absurd mistakes you'll ever see at the professional level. At one point, Reese rebounded her own pass like she was playing catch with herself and then stood there looking bewildered, as if she couldn't believe what had happened. I thought, this can't be real. When she wasn't throwing up bricks, Reese's overconfidence got the better of her, and she attempted to play bully ball by constantly pushing and body checking Napheesa Collier in an effort to get her mind on track. Angel was 8 for 16 for 17 points and 10 rebounds last night, with 7 damn turnovers. Napheesa Collier was right here, 7 of 16 with 16 points and 9 rebounds, but she had the most important thing, the game winner. But here's where the real fun starts. Collier did exactly what a true pro does instead of letting Reese's antics get to her. If you're a basketball fan and you watch this, if you're an Angel Reese fan, you can't tell me this. This isn't egregious. They're doing everything they can to sell this league. Angel Reese's desperation reached a breaking point when she tried one of the most awkward defensive plays of the game, trying to muscle her way into position, and she completely lost her footing. She remained locked and focused on the game and exposed Reese for the fraud she is every time she tried to get physical, and fell to the ground like a bad actor in a low-budget movie. There was no whistle, no foul, just an embarrassing moment that left fans shaking their heads. In my opinion, Angel Reese is the most incompetent basketball player in history. She knows she's not very good at the game, which is why she spends so much time half naked, taking pictures, and promoting non-basketball related content. Social media wasted no time in mocking her for her ridiculous flop, with fans pointing out that despite her claims to be a physical player, she certainly went down easy when it was convenient for her. This is Angel Reese, the content creator, and it's pretty obvious that basketball is her top priority. I can't imagine how anyone could view this athlete in any other way. It's helping with things like shooting better from the field and missing layups. She has no rhythm, just like she can't make a layup practice layups, only fans incoming. It was another cruel reminder that even though Reese loves playing the villain, she doesn't exactly thrive when the pressure is on. Instead of stepping up and demonstrating her dominance, she resorted to antics that only made her look more out of place. While Reese was fumbling around trying to make headlines for all the wrong reasons, Collier stayed locked in and didn't need to participate in the nonsense. Her performance spoke for itself. Collier was delivering bucket after bucket, demonstrating why she is among the best in the game every time Reese tried to get under her skin. And just when you thought Reese's night couldn't get any worse, she made one last ridiculous error with a chance to help her team mount a comeback. She panicked under pressure and threw a pass straight into the hands of an opponent. By the end of the game, the difference between the two players was evident. Napheesa Collier was the epitome of professionalism, poise, discipline, and clutch, while Reese was nothing more than an overhyped player who allowed her emotions to control her. This was another turnover, another wasted possession, and another moment of pure humiliation. I believe that Angel is more concerned with becoming an influencer content creator than being a better basketball player. This was her taking pictures while hanging out with some rappers, producers, etc. For Reese, it was a night to forget. But for fans who have followed her antics throughout the season, it was just more evidence that she is far from the superstar she claims to be. This loss wasn't just another game for Reese, it was an exposure of her reckless, unruly style of play. Since she has built her brand on drama and trash talk, games like this one highlight the stark contrast between talk and talent, and Reese left with nothing but another humiliating defeat. You have to watch this clip of her down court with the basketball 3 or 4 steps ahead of everyone, has an easy layup and throws it to the girl behind her without any skills. So Lexi Hall is right here. She's going to come out here, and she gets the ball, and she's going to pass it in the Angel. Look at this, people. Lexi Hall misses another freaking layup, and she doesn't even pass the ball back to her. Angel Reese, who never wants to accept responsibility for her mistakes, immediately went into damage control mode and blamed everyone but herself, the officials, her teammates, and the coaching staff. Even the court itself was at fault, aside from the one person who was truly accountable for her disastrous night. It was classic Reese behavior. Act tough, play recklessly, and when things don't go her way, pretend to be the victim to keep going. It's difficult, but I don't want to get emotional. So I work hard every day because, well, there are little girls and college girls who look up to me, and I'm able to be an inspiration every day. So even though I'm 22 years old, it's difficult to live this life. But I'm thankful, fortunate to be while Reese was busy flailing around and yelling at referees. Collier was leading her team to victory with poise and precision. When it came time to silence Reese for good, Collier delivered with a game-winning shot and a well-earned celebrity right in Angel Reese's face. Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier and the Lunar Owls were celebrating rightfully, so Collier had done exactly what a true leader does. She stayed focused, played smart basketball, and delivered in the clutch. Sell out an 800-seat studio. And eventually TNT Sports will say, we're not making any money because we're not getting any ratings. I mean, they don't have any ratings. And she's not pulling them. She had a game last Saturday that didn't even draw 80,000 viewers. This person said, you complain about everything. Professional life is different and you can't seem to handle it. And let's not forget the internet and social media had a field day with Reese's meltdown. Fans roasted her 7 turnovers, missed layups, and, of course, her final possession blunder. Some even made jokes about it. One tweet encapsulated her attempt to set a record for the most embarrassing plays in a single game. Angel Reese talks like Shaw, but plays like a high-NCAA hooper who just learned the rules. Others noted that Reese's entire game is based on needless aggression rather than actual skill, and this performance was just more evidence of that. However, things get worse for Reese because the WNBA is watching coaches, analysts, and even her own teammates are beginning to notice the pattern. Her careless play isn't benefiting anyone. It's not winning games, it's not improving her skills, and it's not gaining her respect from the top players in the league. It's making her a liability instead, and if she doesn't change her behavior soon, she might end up playing fewer minutes or worse, becoming just another overhyped player who never lived up to the hype. She's still acting out and running her mouth right now, saying things like, "Look, you're running your mouth, get out of here." The referee said, "I'm not listening to your smart-ass mouth." She simply claimed that she was dismissed because she was a victim of racism. But when things aren't going well for you, you claim racism. It was supposed to be a new era for Angel Reese, who entered the WNBA on a wave of hype and was marketed as a game changer who could bring energy, attitude, and dominance to the league. The problem is that being a game changer requires skill, discipline, and leadership. And what we witnessed from Reese in this game was the exact opposite. She was careless, undisciplined, and at times downright embarrassing. In contrast, Napheesa Collier doesn't need antics to prove she's among the best. She just goes out there and dominates the right way. which she showed leadership, skill, and composure by taking everything that Reese threw at her, absorbing it, and then hitting her where it hurt the most on the scoreboard. Angel Reese will never be able to improve her basketball skills. Look at this. I see your missed layups like they do, but forget them. I miss layups, so I mean miss last. But they can't get upset if I get the rebound. So don't be upset because your fade didn't box her out. Played with maturity, the other with reckless arrogance, and in the end, only one person left with the victory, Napheesa Collier, the real star of the evening. If history is any guide, Angel Reese will likely increase her excuses, play the victim, and act as though nothing happened. But the truth is that she was humbled in the worst way imaginable. The only question now is whether she will truly learn from it, or if this is just another chapter in the never-ending. The story of Angel Reese's exposure is the reason why her game will never improve. Her mother is telling her this, and her fans are acting in the same way. Imagine this. You're playing basketball in front of the entire world, and everyone is constantly criticizing your performance and your mistakes on the court. All of this is about how you need to improve. And your mom is sitting here telling you to forget them. Just forget them, bro. That's terrible advice. In regards to Napheesa Collier, she reminded everyone why she's the real deal. She doesn't need drama or theatrics, just pure skill, composure, and a winning mentality. After this game, one thing is clear. Angel Reese is not Caitlin Clark. She is definitely not Napheesa Collier. Reese can continue to talk trash, but basketball will always reveal the truth, so if she wants to be taken seriously, she should concentrate on improving her game rather than showing off after every rebound as though she just won a game. Until then, she will remain nothing more than a loud distraction as players like Collier and Clark establish themselves as the WNBA real future. Then she says, "Everyone misses L. I'm so tired of it." Yes, a lot of basketball players miss layups, but people aren't missing layups like Angel Reese, who is statistically the league's worst finisher, meaning that you're last, and at the bottom, meaning that you're the worst, and no one is missing like you. This is not difficult. Angel Reese, this is amazing, man. She can't keep it real with this girl, bro, which is why she looks like a unmatched player in that video that just came out where she was blocked by Brianna Stewart about 3 times before she finally made the shot. As the final buzzer sounded, Reese did what she always does and looked for someone else to blame. She shook her head in shock and acted as though the game had been stolen from her, ignoring the fact that she had single-handedly ruined her team with 7 turnovers, careless fouls, and an inability to make a clutch shot when it mattered. Instead of taking responsibility for her terrible performance, she left the court with the same arrogant demeanor, refusing to admit that she had been completely outclassed. She didn't realize that she needed to box me out to win the match, so she should have made the shot instead of sitting here talking about how people are boxing you out and all of this. Like, if you made this shot, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about these whole rebounds. And that, man. But it's crazy, bro. I came across that clip today and I thought, damn, I see no wonder this girl doesn't take responsibility. And let's not forget about the reaction, which was brutal. As Reese left the court, she was greeted by a barrage of jeers, and social media quickly flooded the internet with fans pointing out how badly she had been exposed. One minute she was flexing, acting like the toughest player in the league, and the next, she was being clowned for one of the most embarrassing performances of her career. What was supposed to be her moment to shine had turned into a complete disaster. Fans of Angel Reese Barbie are upset by comments on YouTube videos and on social media. Angel Reese posted using my name for clicks. It's like a drug, giving people what they want, whatever they want to see. I can't talk about her missing layups, but she can talk about Caitlin Clark or anything else she wants to on her podcast. But her fans are furious. The product looks pretty bad on TV, and the announcers just pretended that Angel Reese's airball on the 3 didn't happen, while Napheesa Collier got the last laugh on the scoreboard. And in this, she didn't need to use cheap shots or trash talk to win the game. Instead, she played smart, disciplined basketball and delivered the ultimate dagger with a clutch shot. While Reese was busy trying to act tough, Collier was demonstrating that true dominance comes from skill, not antics. This game wasn't just a loss for Reese, it was a statement. She entered the game believing she was the star, but by the end of the night, she was reduced to a punchline. The real issue for Reese is that this isn't an isolated incident. It revealed a pattern that she has repeatedly relied on. Theatrics trying to scare opponents instead of outperforming them, but when the competition comes down to it, she folds. This was her opportunity to prove she could dominate on the big stage, but instead she broke under the pressure. The big question is, where does Angel Reese go from here? The tough girl act is getting old, and after this humiliation, people are beginning to see through it. Her opponent, fans, and the media all witnessed it. If she doesn't change her strategy, this won't be the last time she is exposed. To ensure you don't miss any of her blunders, click the video on the screen, leave a comment, subscribe, and enable all notifications. We'll see you in the next one.